Hello, Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:35 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is November 26th. Well, today we had the UK budget, and I've had several people ask me, have I been paying attention to it? And I basically spent the first 3 hours of my day reading various articles and trying to figure out exactly where the benefits are. I think the primary benefit is that it was so well telegraphed and telegraphed to such an extent that the Office of uh, or at the Budgetary Responsibility Office released the actual details an hour before the Chancellor did. But this was the biggest kite flying exercises I've ever seen because every potential variation of what might have been introduced was tested in the public sphere over the last 6 weeks. So today we had the results, and there's no question taxes are going up. And it's, I think, quite clear that the bulk of the taxes are going to fall on regular taxpayers. By simply freezing the bands, inflation takes care of a lot of everything else. So the reality is that the fiscal situation for the UK was improved by inflation. And then there was a rise in the minimum wage. So that's potentially inflationary. Also, putting a tax on rental income for landlords is also an additional tax, I should say, is also inflationary because it withdraws some of the supply from the market. Now, that's a backhanded support for some of the home builders because if there is less supply of rental units, then they need to build more houses. And there might be more demand for houses, but it better not be for a house that's worth more than 2 million because now you're going to have to pay an annual levy. Now that is a wealth tax. So obviously this is problematic. Now, not only is it a wealth tax, but primarily it's a London tax because 88% of all of the homes with a value greater than 2 million are in the capital. So you had better make sure that if you own a nice home in London, that you have an income sufficient to pay these annual levies. Of course, what it will also mean is that anyone who has a home that is 2.05 or 2.1 million would probably benefit from listing it as 1.99 million so that you get under that threshold because